What's up, guys? We're back with Rejects Rewind finally. What's up, Moy?
What's up, Caleb? Thank you for having me as always. And yeah, I know to our beloved fans, it has been a while. Life gets in the way sometimes, but here we are, and super excited to kind of just catch up on some of the many different things that have happened in the last like 4-ish months as a Rejects fan. So we've definitely got a lot of current events to talk through, and we'll be doing the second half of When the World Comes Down today as well.
Yeah, we'll definitely get into like the recent releases. For note, we're recording this at the beginning of November 2025, so there's a lot of stuff that's came out since our last episode. We're gonna quickly cover it all at the end, but we're gonna go ahead and start with Another Heart Calls. I can just jump in first. I didn't write a lot about this song. It is the only duet, right? I believe so. I mean,
Uh,
unless you count like
yep.
backing vocals or something, but um, it's a good duet. It's a good ballad, I believe. It has a build up that a lot of the Rejects songs have that I actually do appreciate it in this song. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't be. I'm not huge on this song per se, but if it didn't have that strong like build towards the end, where the music kind of takes over and all that, I wouldn't be as big of a fan. The Rejects actually do that in a lot of their songs on this album, and especially in Kids in the Street, which I really appreciate. That's really all I wrote. I mean, the vocals are good from the Pierces. Shout out the Pierces. There's some cool behind the scenes footage of them recording it. I think on the Rejects Instagram. It's definitely on my YouTube as well. What do you think about this song?
Yeah, so like you said, it's very interesting. Like there's really not many songs on any of their albums that I mean, there's only one that, says the All American Rejects featuring any other band. So and I don't know if the Pierces are like still active. I kind of did some research on their Spotify, but didn't see much. So it's interesting. I'm not too sure if they were like big back in the day, but I think it's an interesting song. Like I think this song kind of captures like I think it very very much fits with the vibe of When the World Comes Down. Kind of like man, I don't even know how to explain the vibe that When the World Comes Down gives, but they're just like I guess like upbeat, maybe kind of
Yeah, it's like Bright.
like yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that's a good way to put it. But I think this isn't a song that I listen to too often.
Yeah,
But um, I'll say that some of the lyrics in here are like just very deep, as the All American Rejects can get very deep and emotional. Like we'd lie awake but dream until the sun would wash the sky. Like, damn.
yeah.
And say it's true. Everything that matters breaks in two. I'll never ask for anyone but you. So definitely a love song for sure. Like a very strong and powerful love song.
And apparently, it
I
was
guess
always written as a duet too.
interesting. Yeah, I wonder if they always had the Pierces in mind, or
That
how
was
that kind
something
of.
that I think they did talk about in that behind the scenes briefly, but that is a good question. I really do wonder more about that. They said, at least it wasn't said, but it felt like they alluded that the label wanted to get like someone big, and then
Hmm.
but they really took their time and found the Pierces. But like you said, I briefly did some Spotify stuff, and I don't think they've been active. It looked like maybe they released a single in 2020, but they have like 400,000 monthly listeners. It's still pretty good.
Yeah, I will say of all the All American Rejects deep cuts, this may be one of the deepest of cuts.
That is true.
Um, but which is interesting because there actually are a couple live performances of it on YouTube. When I think of like some deep cuts that like we've never heard live, like
Oh, that
I'm
is true.
actually I'm surprised that and I believe there's actually like a professional recorded version of this song.
There's like that MySpace one, yeah.
Right, right, which had like this was back in like 2011. It had like I Wanna Gives You Hell.
Yeah,
I guess yeah, a
the one
couple of
vocals.
right, right.
But here, I'm
So
gonna put you
yeah,
on the spot real quick. If you had to think where this song is in like the most listened to on Spotify, where would you think it was? Like, do you think it's top 25 out of the top 25? Like, you can give it a number, but I mean, I don't. You don't have to be that spot on.
I would be surprised if it was in the top 25. That's just me.
Then you're as surprised as I am to learn that it is number 16.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
very interesting.
the 16th most streamed song on Spotify, and it's not really like close. It's right above Night Drive and Send Her to Heaven. It's right behind Jack's Lament and
Wow.
Beekeeper's Daughter.
Wow, maybe the Pierces have a following that we're not familiar with.
It also is getting more daily streams than Beekeepers and Real World, which were that's a good segue because the next song is Real World.
Yeah, I guess I could kick it off. And I would say when I discovered this song, I listened to it a lot. Nowadays, I kind of skip it sometimes here and there. I think it's hilarious that it's part of the Transformers soundtrack, which is kind of crazy. Um, and I think the intro of the song legit like sounds like Transformers, like
That
um,
is true. Yeah.
and I think yeah, like I think that intro just like screams Transformers to me. Which I've never been a huge fan of. I've never cared like that much about. I didn't really watch the movies that much, but I think this is like just a straight up just like rock song by them.
Facts.
And I think this song may have even fit in to like move along, honestly.
Oh, I agree.
Uh, but I think there's like a deep message behind it. It's
There's
kind of
something like
talks,
political or something in it too. I
yeah,
feel like
yeah, saying
the
all
older
the
carried
old
in and stuff.
just to poison the youth or something. So there's definitely some political, which again also makes me think it would have fit in to move along.
True.
Some of the political, when we heard that demo of Move Along and how it was like supposed to be against Bush or something, but
Yeah.
it's a really interesting song. Like I will say that it stands out sound wise in comparison to the rest of the songs on this album. It's not one of my favorites for sure, but I definitely think there are like surprisingly like casual fans who like this song more than like other All American Reject songs because of like how much of a rock song it is.
True. I agree. It is also the 13th most streamed song apparently, so it's up there.
Oh wow.
It was also on Madden, but it was the demo version, which was always interesting, and it was like Madden 2006 or 7, so it came out like early. So it may have very well been like with it between that writing process when they were going from Move Along to When the World Comes Down, because I think you hit it spot on. It is like the most Move Along sounding song. Maybe I Wanna just because of like the vibe kind of fits that Dirty Little Secret vibe, but this like musically sounds like it's in that same tone. It weirdly gives me a Halloween vibe, which is fitting.
True. True.
But yeah, I basically just wrote, standard rock song. It actually has horns and synths you can kind of hear like just layered in. Um, there is that microphone effect that Tyson uses live. I don't know the last time they played this live or even how long, but you can see footage from Warped Tour 2010 where they played it, and he was using the same mic that he uses for like Move Along, Fast and Slow, My Paper Heart, songs like that. So I always like that. Um, I'm with you. I think maybe when I first started listening to this song, I liked it more, but it's kind of one I don't listen to as often. There's also a really cool guitar part in verse 2 that you can barely hear. Also, I like the marching drums in the bridge and kind of like Tyson's urgency in his singing with the piano as well. But that's all I really wrote for the song. It's just pretty much a standard rock song. As far as like Another Heart Calls and this song, the album placement's a little weird for me, especially when these like next three songs that we're about to talk about before the hidden song kind of all fit like a similar theme at least.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think you described it really well, and I think it's a good call out on the bridge. The drums are really cool on it. Like it really just kind of builds up towards the end. So there's definitely a strong energy to this song, which um it makes for a very interesting transition to the next song on this album, which is Back to Me.
Yes.
Which if you know me, you've heard me rave about this song probably for the last, I mean, honestly, like 10 years. I think I first heard the song Back to Me when I was in, I want to say like maybe ninth grade. So that was, oh God, I feel old now. I think that was like 2014. And yeah, I was an emotional kid, I guess. Like I was like, uh, so this song came in like the most perfect time. Like Back to Me is just, it feels like a country song, which is interesting. I don't think I can compare it to any All American Reject song,
Yeah.
um, because I don't think there's any that sound like it. Um, there was, I would say this was actually my favorite All American Reject song for probably a good 5 6 years, which is crazy because obviously I would say I have like a top 10 in mind, but this song was consistently my number one for a very very long time. And I guess what this song came out in 2000. It says
Eight.
2008 here, or is that wrong? Is
Yeah,
that
that's
right
right.
or
That's
wrong?
right.
Yeah, so this song came out in 2008, and I think it was my number one played on Spotify in like 20. But whenever Spotify started doing that, like it was like the first one. So the lyrics are awesome. My girlfriend loves this song, and I have refound my love for it because there was a time where I kind of, I guess, stopped listening to it just because I literally played it for like 5 6 years straight.
Yeah.
And then when she played it, she's like, "Wow, this is an All American Reject song." I was like, "Yeah, I know, right?" And it's just so good, man. Like my favorite part is the bridge. I can't tell you how many times I've been driving by myself and I just belt out the words of
Yes.
the bridge. Soon when I get you, I won't let you go. And then it has like the echo. And then when it says there's got to be a better way, and then it hits that guitar solo,
Yeah.
dude, perfection, man. I just love the guitar solo on this song. I love the lyrics, love the emotion behind it. Um, if I could have one All American Rejects wish granted, it would be
Oh.
to get this song on every set list.
Okay. Every
Or maybe
show.
not on every
I
set
thought you
list.
were just gonna
Maybe
say
just on
your show.
just maybe like the next time I see them. Another incredibly deep,
That's the
deep
one
cut.
song. I love that. I don't even know what I would pick.
Yeah, I should have put you on the spot there. But yeah, this is the one like if if I was asked like what song would you want the All American Music to play live, it would be this one for sure. There is like two videos of it on
Yeah.
YouTube. I believe they played it in Oklahoma,
Ooh.
so it was like pretty fitting. Tyson says like they've been on this crazy journey around this crazy world, and this song hopefully bringing it back to you because it's called Back to Me. That's I memorized that because I've listened to that YouTube video so many times. It's not even in good quality because it was like what, like 2010 or
8, 9,
11,
and 10 when they were playing.
8. Yeah.
Yeah. And
So
was he playing the double neck guitar?
yes, Nick was
Okay.
playing the double neck guitar, and that was around Glitter Ritter age too. So it's
That's probably
interesting.
why it
But,
has a country vibe too. I would assume is the double neck
right.
guitar.
Yeah.
Um,
And I think there's another YouTube video of it, but it's like half the song. But this is, if it's not my number one, it's in my top three, like consistently. I will always love this song. And I think for like casual fans who have never like ventured too far into the deep cuts, like I think you would.
it's like
I
one of
I
them.
can't. I think you guys should check out this song. I love Back to Me, especially like um yeah. I'm gonna stop ranting. I love this song.
Well, I mean, the problem is that if someone came here to hear us this back to me, that's not what they're gonna get because I'm a back to me believer. um, yeah, I basically agree with everything you just said. It's I put it's an underrated ballad because it's just I even though you just raved about it for 2 minutes, but it's underrated. It honestly is. It was also in the first episode of the Vampire Diaries randomly.
Right. That's
So
right.
that's cool. I put it has one of the best guitar solos, incredible bridge. Tyson and the piano is just literally incredible. I love what you said. Just belting out that bridge. I'd do the same thing. It's really a song though that I wrote that I'm surprised that this song isn't remembered. Kind of like a song like Dance Inside. Like Dance Inside
Hmm.
is like beloved by the fan base, but I feel like this song is truly more underrated than a song like that. Now, if I look to see where this song is on their Spotify, I think that we're going to be surprised that it's probably not as high. It's 30th, so it's
Wow.
pretty far down, 5.7 million. But either way, incredible song. I mean, I can't really say much more about it. You said everything I could say, and it's an incredible song. I think that more people should listen to it.
I agree 100%. Um, and you mentioned you're a Back to Me believer. Are you a believer in Believe by the All American Legion?
Well, let's get a little controversial then, I guess, because we're going to end this on two songs on the album, and then we're also going to talk about Sunshine, the hidden track. But this song is definitely a song I don't play very often. I used to not actually like this song. Not like I mean, I didn't hate it and like avoid it completely. It's just I didn't really like it. But to be fair, as I've gotten older and just kind of life in general, it makes me respect kind of the sentiment of the song. I'm pretty
Hmm.
sure Tyson has came out and said it was about one of their friends that I think was actually their touring keyboardist back in the day that passed away. They wrote it about him. So it's definitely like a deeper subject than most of their songs. But overall, it really just plays as a standard pop rock song. I really do like the short kind of solo. It's not really a solo, it's more of just like a guitar, like kind of a riff or a lick or whatever. The bridge is really good as well. I mean, the Rejects don't really miss on bridges. That's just
Yeah.
facts. But other than that, it's just not a song I play a lot. I still enjoy it, and it's definitely got a deeper meaning than most songs.
Yeah, for sure. And it's interesting because like if you look at the lyrics, like I don't ever want to believe when we die we all leave. Like if this and like the song starts off with Tyson's voice, I
Yeah.
believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it goes right into it, which is kind of rare in Reject songs.
It is.
But I feel like if this song is incredibly upbeat for like it being about someone who passed away, which is interesting to me. Like I think if with these same lyrics with like a slower like tone, this could have been like probably one of the saddest songs ever, honestly.
Yeah. Like
I know
Dashboard
it's hard.
Confessional could have made it.
Right. I know it's hard. I've tried. I can never say goodbye. There's a part of you that's left inside of me. I just yeah, it's not a song that I listen to too often. I will say there was a time recently where I just like gave it a listen. I didn't skip it, and I ended up playing it back because I was like, you know what, there is definitely some emotion behind this song. And to your point, like, I think for someone that maybe has lost someone, I think maybe they could resonate a lot with this song. And I do love the bridge, where it's, I guess, like they strip the instruments back and it's kind of just Tyson like almost whispering,
Yeah.
or just like lowering his voice, and then it kind of like builds up again, which is kind of a theme in some of their bridges. But I think it was awesome. And yeah, I'm trying to see if I guess I'd say my favorite part is probably the bridge. And it is nice to like be kind of a send off to a lost loved one for them. So
It does keep
it
it in
is
like the happy sounding sad song, I guess, vibe.
right, especially of this album. So yeah, I think it is another just like embodiment of this album.
In a weird way, this album reminds me more of the self-titled than Move Along, just because of
Mm,
not being so heavy in the mix. Like there's like less going on. I feel like on this album.
yeah, for sure.
Well,
But
there's
yeah,
more
so
going on, but it's just like less noisy. I would say.
yeah, and then we move to I guess this is more of a sadder sounding sad song in The Wind Blows.
Yeah, it's definitely a song about longing, and I mean, I'm gonna go first just because I want to get my thoughts out of the way. But um, this is a tough song for me because I actually think I liked this song more at one point, and it's also one of my favorite bridges in an All American Rejects song, actually. So, but the problem is I really do skip this song often. My main issue or gripe with the song is that it was the second single on the album, which is also like a Mandela effect for me because I always thought "I Wanna" was the second single, and apparently
Yeah, that's news to me.
yeah, apparently "The Wind Blows" was, which I mean, I don't know if they were just going for that like slow ballad for the second single, so I respect it. But personally, whenever you have a song like "Back to Me," I feel like "The Wind Blows" should have never been a single. I'm not trying to be harsh. I do like "The Wind Blows." It's not a bad song. I'm just trying to read what I wrote. It's good. It's great as like an album closer, but I'm surprised that they kind of pushed it over songs like "Breakin'," "Falling Apart," "Damn Girl," "Back to Me." Are all songs that I think could have been single over this song at the very least. But nothing wrong with the song, and also we finally did hear the "Alone Again" demo, so it takes a whole different
Right.
meaning when you realize it's written for a female, but they changed the verses basically, or the chorus. Sorry, I do really love the bridge. I know I already said that, but I just love the "As I Lay in Solitude," all that, and the music video I actually really like.
Yeah, it's a very emotional music video. Would you say you like would you say you like Alone Again better than this one?
No, but I would say that they really actually are weirdly like completely different songs, even though
Yeah,
it's
right.
like similar. Like "Alone Again" is actually way sadder, I think.
Does it even say the wind blows in Alone Again?
No, it's just like Alone Again, Alone Again.
Yeah. 'Cause I'm alone. Yeah, well, I think the wind blows. Like, I think I definitely like it a little more than I guess than you do. I will say like, um, I wouldn't say it was my favorite at any point, but I definitely was listening to a lot. I don't know if it had me on like a chokehold as much as like Back to Me, but I think you bring up a good point on the singles in this album. Like, yeah, I think Gives You Hell and I Wanna were definitely like meant to be
Clear.
singles, but as I think about it, like I don't hate The Wind Blows as a single, but I also think of the other one on the album, which was Mona Lisa, and I think like well, Mona Lisa was a single, right? I didn't make that up.
It was just like a promo single because it was
A
the
promo
yeah.
single, okay,
But
because
the
it
only
had like the
official
music.
ones were those three, yeah, for radio.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, I think like you said, Back to Me or even Damn Girl like sounds like a lot more like I think it could have been single worthy. But I love the to your point, I love the bridge in this song. I think there's been some live performance of it that I really like. I think they played it on Letterman one time.
Yeah, actually, that's one of the
And
strong points. I'm glad you made that point. I want to just say that real quick. All the live performances I have seen actually kind of do make me like the song more than I just when I listen
yeah,
to it.
I, I believe when they played on Letterman, they had like a lady playing the
The harp, yeah,
harp. Yeah, and it sounded beautiful.
it was
It
awesome.
was like what? And so it's just so hilarious to me that the All American Rejects are sometimes thrown into like pop punk or like punk rock, like into that category when like they have songs like The Wind Blows that has like a harp in it.
Yeah,
So and I don't think any other pop punk or punk rock bands or emo rock bands are putting anything out like The Wind Blows.
no,
Um,
I
yeah,
even
this
saw a
is
review that tried to compare the Wind Blows to Green Day.
maybe like when Wake Me Up When September Ends
Maybe
vibes
like
kind
that
of.
vibe, yeah.
Could be something like that. But I think the lyrics in this song are great. I'll be outside of your window, I'll pass by, but I'll go slow. I've actually, weirdly enough, so I speak Spanish, and I've actually like sung this song in Spanish before, just because it kind of translates fine.
Oh,
So that's just not like the full thing, just in my car, just when I was messing around. I thought that was
that's
hilarious.
awesome.
Yeah, and yeah, I think for placement reasons, like it definitely belongs at the end of the album, and I think it's a good album closer. Another song that I think embodies uh this album, and it's interesting. Like I'm looking at the list of the album here, like we have at the end of the album Back to Me, Believe the Wind Blows, which are straight up just like pretty sad songs,
Yeah.
and then we have the much more upbeat ones at the start of the album, like I Wanna, Falling Apart, Gives You Hell. So I think this album also, like first and back half, show the range that the All American Rejects have. But oh, and funny enough too, this song was played. I don't know if we can call this recently, but what was it like 2022 or
It
three
was
at
2022 or 2023. I think 2022.
right when I believe it was when We Were Young was like canceled
Mm-hmm.
because of winds, like really dangerous winds, and they played this at like the barbecue place.
Yeah, there's like one
Uh,
clip of it,
Yeah.
but it
So if
sounds good.
anyone is listening to this and they have the full
Yes.
video of When the World Comes Down played at Soul Belly Barbecue in 2022 or three, please send it our way because I think it'd be awesome to see a newer version of this song, especially like I mean they definitely don't play it live very often anymore, but I know they were around like the 2011 period or
Yeah,
2009 10 when
definitely.
it was yeah when the world comes down was a thing
Now
but yeah so we move
there were
yeah
rumors about them bringing back some songs, and I know we're gonna talk about Sunshine still, but since we're at the end of the album, I wanted to just if anyone's still here, there was that rumor, and if you heard the Discord AMA or whatever you want to call that, I think they said they had practiced Damn Girl. So
I would love to hear Damn Girl again live, even if it's like in a sound check, like that would
yeah,
be awesome.
I would definitely.
And whoever is pushing Damn Girl to be back on the set list, please do.
Yes,
Please do. And if
and we'll write you a
you
list.
know, while we're on the topic, maybe like Back to Me as well. Maybe Back to
That
Me
would
as
be crazy.
well. Yeah.
This album will
But
be
yeah,
having an anniversary. I guess we just looked it up, wasn't it? December. what was the day? December 16th, 2008. So do the math. That would be, what, 17 years? 18 years,
Jeez,
actually.
we're old, bro.
Yeah. I know I just did the math terribly wrong there, but something
It's
like
not
that.
my best subject either,
Me
so.
neither. But we're gonna go ahead and, I guess, go into the bonus song, which I think is such a weird segue in a way because, as you said, the songs are kind of like straight up sad, but then you go into this hidden track. It's not technically the album ender, which was the Wind Blows, but this song is not as downbeat. You know,
Yeah.
it's kind of more upbeat, but it's weird. It's kind of a weird song in a way. I like it though. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't listen to it that often though.
I like Sunshine. I think I forget about it honestly, maybe because it is a hidden track, but I will say the times that it like, comes up on my Spotify, I'm like, this is a great song. Like this song it gives like Mona Lisa vibes. I feel like it'd be interesting like at a show like when they usually play like Mona Lisa or There's a Place, like it'd be interesting to see if this one could fit in that little area there. But I think again, like the lyrics in the song are awesome. Um, you need someone. I know all you needed was me. If it takes too long, tell me something new. Forget about the sunshine when it's gone. I think there's definitely like a tambourine in this song. Like I think,
Yeah, like a whole horn
or just
section
like
or a whole orchestra.
maybe like a shaker or something.
Yeah.
Some interesting sounds in this song, but it's yeah, like you said, I think it's kind of a forgotten song, but I have no problem with it honestly. Like the times I've listened to it, I enjoy it very much, and it's I'm not too sure how the fan base feels about this one, or even if the
Yeah, no
fan
one
base
really
even
talks about it.
yeah, but I think it's an
I'm
underrated
gonna look
song
it up
as
while we're on
well.
Spotify. But also, of all songs, I've weirdly used this song a lot on like Instagram stories just because of the opening line. It's a new day. It's a
Yeah,
bright day. I don't know why. I
yeah.
just really like to use it. But it's the 41st most streamed song. It's actually higher than "Why Worry Me versus the World, Fast and Slow, I for You, Believe, Too Far
Wow.
Gone, Happy Endings, Out the Door, Drive Away, Don't Leave Me, Gonzo, and Sandbox." So it's actually kind
Damn.
of crazy, but it's 41, so
Yeah. Yeah.
it's not breaking the singles. Some of these songs are
Yeah.
surprising. One of these days, we just need to kind of go through this list and
Yeah, right.
see
That's a whole other. There's
like
definitely
bonus
some
songs.
questions I have. Definitely some questions I have about that list.
But overall, of this album, though, I really just to wrap it up for myself and to put a bow on my review, this album really I feel like is a masterclass in pop rock or power pop, whatever you really want to call it. Obviously, as you alluded to when you were saying what bands making songs like what pop punk bands are making these songs like, yeah, this is not pop punk at all. I think
Hmm.
this album really solidified the Rejects as just one of the best bands of the era. Even though it wasn't as successful as Move Along, but it was almost more successful in the same way because of how big Gives You Hell was. Obviously, this album had great production from Eric Valentine. I also think this is actually one of the best sounding albums. I just think that this album sounds amazing. The mix and everything about this album is perfect. It's
Yeah.
I mean, and I really like the way Kids in the Street sounds, but this album was just something different, especially for 2008. Listening to it still, the music's able to breathe. It's not really in your face like Move Along. I just think this is. I honestly think this has become their most underrated album, and it's actually slowly has become my favorite album, which I don't really want to say before we go into the Kids in the Street review next week because I'm still a Kids believer.
Yeah. No, that's interesting. Yeah, and I think to your point, like I think this album, well, not only where it stands in their four albums, like it's between Move Along and Kids in the Street, but I think it is such like I think it's such a mix between the two. Like it has those like harder rock songs, and then it has like the ballads and like the sadder songs, which we kind of see more of in Kids in the Street too. So it's almost like it feels like a mixture of the two. And to your point, like yeah, all of these songs sound awesome, and there's genuinely like I would say this is a much more emotional album
Mm-hmm.
than Move Along for sure. Um, and there's also some awesome like demos on it, and which we'll get to like in a later
Cool.
episode. But we've got some hidden tracks. We have On the Floor, Here I Sit.
Yeah.
There's a couple demos. I mean, there's a Damn Girl demo, Falling Apart, I Want a demo.
Odyssey,
And
Real World.
yeah. So, geez, like half the album's got a demo.
I
Yeah, it is.
wish
It
I
is
wish
a
it
great
had more.
album.
Yeah.
I yeah.
Yeah, it's just it's a great album. I was just gonna say you're right about it. Basically connecting the two albums perfectly. It's a very good segue. Really, I think that you can naturally see why Kids in the Street it went the direction it did just based on this album. It kind of was natural.
Yeah, I feel like maybe with Move Along, like they were on that big record, and they were definitely probably like leaning more towards rock songs, and I think it sounded like they rewrote that. I remember, I believe they rewrote move some songs for Move Along because they were kind of being pushed to be like more of a rock band, and it felt like this album was them tapping into more of like their emotional side, and they definitely went full force on that with like Kids in the Street. So definitely like a transition album, but also like just I mean, we have their biggest song on it too,
Yeah.
which is you got like the emotional Back to Me country sounding song, and then you have like the biggest hit of theirs with Gives You Hell. So
Yeah, Papa
just
did that well.
another testament to their range.
That is
Yeah.
so true. And I mean, since we basically, I mean, I don't want to put you on the spot or anything, but since I was telling you, like, I feel like this album has been moving up in the ranks. Do you feel the same, or where does this album really set kind of in your mix?
I think Kids in the Street will always be number one for me.
Yeah,
Well, we have a new one coming, so we'll see. We'll see how that shakes things up. But I'll say if I had to, I would honestly, I would probably put When the World Comes Down second, honestly, because when I think about the songs on this album that I still listen to, we've got like I definitely here and there listen to Falling Apart, Damn Girl, Gives You Hell, When the World Comes Down every so often. Breaking I don't skip. Back to Me I listen to a lot. So I would say this album is honestly maybe number two for me. I think I'm more of a sucker for like their more emotional stuff. So
I
I would
agree.
say that's probably why it falls there. So yeah, I would say like I've definitely similarly like felt much more of an appreciation for it in listening to the deeper cuts like Damn Girl and Back to Me and Breakin'. Like those songs really do it for me. So just to put you on the spot here, do we have a top five
For the
for
whole
you
album,
on this album?
top five for the whole
Yeah.
album. Yeah, I think I could do that. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try to do this in order. So I'm gonna say
Okay.
number one. My favorite song on this album is "Breakin'."
Nice.
I'm gonna
Great shout.
say number two. I'm gonna go with. This is tough, but I'm gonna say I don't really actually love the song as much as I used to, but I'm gonna go for overall appreciation. "Falling Apart" is gonna be number two.
Nice.
Then I'm gonna go "Back to Me," "Damn Girl," and then I'm gonna say I guess I'll just throw in "Gives You Hell."
Nice. That's a good list. I think there's some overlap. I would say Back to Me is first for me, which is interesting because the song is 4 minutes and 27 seconds long, and my birthday is April 27th, so 427. So
Oh,
maybe I was always destined to love the song.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, Back to Me is number one for me. Breakin' is number two for me. I would say three, probably Damn Girl, then Gives You Hell, and then fifth. Um, Probably I would say Fallen Apart, probably because there was a time when Fallen Apart was definitely my favorite All American Rejects song,
Yeah,
even
they
if it was only
both left
a
two
week.
singles out.
Yeah, because I remember there was a time when I saw the All American Rejects in 2017, and then Fallen Apart was not on that set list, which was weird because it's pretty like prominent on most of their set lists
For a long
nowadays, or
time,
even
yeah.
yeah, it's been like up there. And so when I didn't get to hear it, I was really pissed. And then I finally got to hear it in 2022, which was awesome because I'd been dying to hear it. And then, but honestly, like nowadays, like I'd be cool if it was like replaced with like one more sad song or like Someday's Gone, but
Yeah,
still a great song. So
Fast and
yeah,
Slow.
yeah, true.
They have
And
good songs
speaking of
though.
Fast and Slow, I think it makes sense to talk about their current tour
Yeah,
along with some of their new songs because we've seen Fast and Slow in some recent set lists, which is crazy.
yeah, that as well as I think Someday's Gone a couple times. Basically, those are the only two new ones I think that have really popped up. They did play actually Too Far Gone. That was a really good one. Um, but other than that, they have been introducing two new songs into the set list. Well, one actually that we haven't talked about, Search Party. They haven't played Eggshell Tap Dancer live yet, but we can talk about these releases. It's been so long that Search
Yeah,
Party came out 2 months ago at this point. Well, a month and a half. So I guess we can start with Search Party if you want.
yeah, sure. Search Party when it dropped, I guess I had heard it. They had played it live
Ooh, they played
before.
it at Warp Tour, right?
Right, they played it at Warped Tour, which I saw on live, which was awesome. And then they also have this like acoustic, well, not acoustic, but like it's like a full band performance on the Medium Sized Backyard on YouTube where they played Sandbox, Easy Come Easy Go, and Search Party. And that was before Search Party even dropped. So
And
my
that was
introduction
recorded
to Search
before, I
Party,
think, too.
yeah, my intro to Search Party was like on lives, and like live performances, and I thought it sounded awesome from the jump. I think Search Party is a great song. It kind of gives me like Some Days Gone vibes, and it gave like kind of spooky vibes too. Like,
Yeah.
so it was kind of fitting that it came out in October, kind of like a Halloween esque song. Um, but I love Search Party. I think when it dropped, I was saying already that it was like my favorite song on the new album. I think that has kind of shifted now, but I got to actually leave work like when it dropped, when the music video dropped. I left work during lunch to go see the live debut of the music video on like a Times Square
Oh yeah.
billboard in New York City, which was super awesome.
Yes.
um and when I think of like All American Reject songs making like Times Square, like I would probably think Gives You Hell or something. But the fact that it was Search Party is freaking awesome. So I left work, I sat there, I was super like I was fangirling really hard, honestly, just to see that. And stood there recording. I was kind of worried that some person in New York City was going to jack my phone while while I was standing there, like just recording and had no like awareness of my surroundings. But
Did you
I
notice
love the
anyone
music
else
video.
recording?
I was looking around, but I didn't see anyone. I guess I was so lost in the moment, just like looking
Yeah.
up at the billboard. But I know there was other people recording after I posted mine, and saw that they posted a couple others
Yeah.
too. But it's a really interesting music video. The like I don't even know what to call those little guys with the masks,
Yeah,
but
the trolls or whatever.
yeah, it's funny that Tyson starts like fighting them in the music video, because I mean we've gotten like two violent music videos now with this. We had Sandbox, which was very gory. We had Search Party, which was like kind of him beating up these like troll things. And I'm thinking of Easy Come Easy Go. Not really, right? I mean, like Tyson like dies in the video technically, and they like bury him, but
Oh, in the perform or whatever you want
yeah,
to call that version.
right. But yeah, so I mean, it's like interesting music video. I love seeing it in Times Square. I think the song is great. My favorite part of the song is I guess I can't remember April to what is it, September,
Yeah,
December?
September.
Yeah. Which kind of also again reminds me of Some Days Gone, when it's like I can't go back to since last December.
Oh
So yeah, so I think that's kind of why I relate those songs too. But I've definitely rambled there. The last thing before I forget to say it, I think it's really cool that all of the new songs are have been like kind of like foreshadowing each other. Like we had, well, I don't know if Sandbox had like a reference to Easy Come Easy Go, but in the Easy Come Easy Go music video, there was like the video game that said Search Party on it, and then Search Party comes out, and then in Easy Come Easy Go, he talks about putting his tap shoes on like eggshells, and then we get eggshell tap dancer. So it's like
Yeah, that is
kind of
interesting.
like an ongoing story, which I'm kind of digging. I love the foreshadowing with each song. Kind of gives me like American Idiot vibes, where like it was all part of like one big story. So they're all very different sounding songs, but just like with these subtle like foreshadowing and like lyrics that kind of overlap, like I think that's pretty cool. So I'd love to hear your take on Search Party.
Well, now the crazy part is we do have the complete A side, but Search Party I love. I think I'm with you, but I think it is my favorite. I think it's still my favorite. I don't know. I like this song the most on the four that we have so far. Probably I do like the hype of Easy Come though. My
Yeah.
favorite part is probably the part where he's like, "You abandoned me so long ago. I never left you stranded." That part, and then the guitar solo comes in, and then I love when they like count back in. That's probably my favorite part. Like just the that last bit of the ending. I do really love the song live. Um, I think we saw a teaser of them playing it on Medium Sized Backyard, like from their Instagram, and
Hmm.
then they played it live on Warped Tour, and it was just like, wow, they didn't even announce it, they didn't say anything.
Yeah.
The fan reaction was actually pretty strong for it, I believe. Like everybody was hyped for it. The song came out. It's not as like I don't want to like say it's not as hype as the live version, but it's not as like Tyson doesn't hit those high notes like he does when he does live. But I do appreciate that
Right.
there is differences in the live version and the studio version. You know, it makes the live show that much better. But
Yeah.
overall, I think this is one of their strongest songs in a while. And I remember at one point, B Goers, Brendan, he's one of the crew members, had said, I think in the old Discord or something, that Search Party was like one of his favorite songs since the Move Along era.
Wow.
So that was
Yeah.
kind of cool to hear. And also, I think there is like a random tidbit that a lot of the crew members have vocals on the back in this song, like in the background.
Yeah. I love the if it's the part I'm thinking it could be. I like the part towards the end where they go, "Oh way, oh
Yeah, I
way."
think it is that part.
Yeah, I love that part of the song. I wish they did that in the hook like every time, but
Yeah,
it gives it like more of an appreciation when it's just once at the end. But
yeah, the
yeah,
build,
I think it's a fantastic song, and
and it's
it
longer
gives
than
like
the other two.
yeah, it is. It's the longest song on the so far on the new album. The or is it? I'm sorry, I could be completely wrong. I'm
I
not
think it
sure how
is
long.
still. Yeah,
Yeah, right.
I think it's in
I
the
think it
four
is long.
minutes, right? And then Eggshell's
Yeah,
like 3:42 or something.
yeah. But we have a lyric video and a like actual music video for Search Party, right?
Yeah, we got the lyric video I think first, and then they streamed the like you said, the Search Party got streamed on
Mm.
Times Square and MTV exclusively like a week later.
Yeah. And to your point, like, saying Brendan loves the song, like it genuinely like is awesome to see like how much the band and like Tyson like they love their new songs they're putting out. Like you can tell that like they're getting really creative with it, but also like they just genuinely like love each song. And there's like a certain like appreciation that comes with each song. And I think it's just really been showing. And I think it's like so bold of them to play a song like Search Party, especially on like the Jonas Brothers tour.
Yep.
But I think it's awesome that they're doing it, and I think the Rejects fans love them, and we definitely appreciate seeing them live on like YouTube live, Instagram live, like they do every show. Like it's really awesome to get that. And I don't mean to say like that I don't think it's a good song. I love the song. I just think like when I think of like the Jonas Brothers fan base, like I don't think something like Search Party is their taste. I don't want to assume for anyone, but I think it is like super awesome that they're going out there and playing Search Party and like Fast and Slow, Some Days Gone, and all these songs on like a huge, huge stage. And I think the reception has been pretty good.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think they actually did kind of cut Search Party for the first few shows and then brought it back, which was cool to see.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, Yeah, you're right about like I love that the band just is really loving this new era and embracing it, and it's really good to see because it is an independent movement now. So all the support they can get from fans, even if you don't really love the stuff, as long as you're active and engaging, it's really good to see. Even though the band is a huge band, they have these hits, they have sold millions of records. It doesn't mean that it's always going to be easy. Like when you're making new music after you've not released an album in 13 years. So I
yeah,
really,
yeah,
really, really respect what they're doing right now between the streams, like you said, free streams at that, free shows. Obviously, they're doing the Jonas Brothers tour, which I'm sure tickets are freaking probably ridiculous, but they don't have control over that.
right.
It just they give back to the community in so many more ways, especially with these free shows. I'm pretty sure they've donated like all the proceeds to a local music scene, and no one has talked about that. It's like a really big
Yeah,
deal that obviously they're not going out of their way to talk about it, but I wanted to definitely give a shout out to them. And I know you feel the same way, and all the real fans that we know that are probably listening feel the same way too. And it's
yeah,
really, really cool to see. But now recently they just dropped out of nowhere, it felt like, a new single, Eggshell Tap Dancer, which like I said, we now have the complete A side, which makes me assume that the album's only going to be 8 songs, but we don't know that for sure yet. But what's
I
your
hope
thoughts on
I hope
this?
we're wrong about that.
I know. I hope I'm wrong, but you never know, and that's just what it seems like. But I know that you really like this song, so I'll let you go first.
Yeah, I love Eggshell Tap Dancer. I have not stopped listening to it since it came out. Like you said, kind of a silent drop. Like I didn't know it was coming out until like maybe the day before, and I want to say I'm usually on top of my All American Reject stuff, but I guess I haven't been recently. But I love this song. Again, like super different. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I'll be completely honest. I saw the like name of it at first before knowing anything about the song, and I'm like, man, I don't know where they're gonna go with this one. Like, what's it gonna be? Like, I was kind of judging a book by its cover. Not gonna lie. Like, I think if I told my friends who don't listen to the All American Rejects, like, hey, I've been listening to this song called Eggshell Tap Dance, they'll be like, what?
Yeah.
But I love it. I've been playing it in my car at full blast. It's so different from any All American Reject song. I want to say. I think my favorite part for sure is there's a part where he like towards the middle of the song where he says, "Tell me, is your boy home? It's better that he don't know." Like, well, first of all, kind of risque, but also just like I just like the way that part sounds.
Yeah.
I think it just sounds cool. And then like towards the end of the song, like I think like hearing the beginning of the song, it's kind of upbeat, and then you go towards the end, and it's like heavy guitars and like not yelling, but like just like much more like
Intense.
heavier rock, I guess. So
Yeah. Yeah.
uh, it's funny that we talk about when the world comes down and like the range that they have, and like I feel like the range of the All American Rejects is explored within this one song, which is really cool. Um, and like it says things like "I'll set your life on fire," "growing on you like a cancer." Like when I heard the song and I listened to and I took a look at the lyrics, it felt like I guess the story I envisioned in my head was like someone who's like obsessed with somebody and like wants to almost be like wants to like do everything they can to like get their love, like dance for them or like perform for them, and like almost to the point where it's like a cancer, where it's like kind of like I guess like this person loves them, but like it's not like a good thing or it doesn't turn into a good thing. But so I think there's like a cool story behind it. I think the music video and the song are very different. I think it's I guess one of their more like simpler music videos, but
Yeah. I think Evermore is a
I
better
think it's
video. Yeah.
true. I will say my only issue is that we didn't get enough Tyson Ritter tap dancing in the music video.
True. Here's an insert I read from, I guess it was from Tyson, that says Eggshell Tap Dancer is about performing tenderness until your feet bleed. The character in the song is tiptoeing around someone who probably stopped listening 3 exits ago, but he's still there, pulling rabbits out of hats, making balloon animals out of his own arteries. In the end, it's a love song written for someone who's just detached from the world and madly in love with obsession.
Right, which is like I mean, like, what other band is like telling stories like these? I mean,
Yeah.
seriously, like this is awesome.
And you basically described it in your own words the same way, which is
Right.
cool because that is kind of like the meaning of it. And I like the song a lot. I'm with you on the how it gets heavy. That's probably my favorite portion of the song. Um, I like the song, but I've told people, and it's just I get the pause menu vibes just because they use the background music or they use the instrumental as part of the Search Party music video. But other than that, I actually do really love the chorus. I love kind of from the second chorus on. Like the rest of that song is probably my favorite part. I like the backing vocals though, like you said, where he says, "Tell me, is your boy home?" and they're like, "Uh huh," or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know. There's some cool, and I think there's actually like a very clear Nick vocal, but I can't remember what part it was. It just sounds so much like Nick. It's
interesting.
like
I'm
a
gonna have to.
backing vocal though. Yeah, if yeah, you should just talk some more, and I'm gonna listen to it real quick and see if I can find it.
Yeah, so I do have a couple other things to say, and I don't want to forget them. To your point about like how it was used as like the pause menu in the Search Party music video, a kind of another like like foreshadowing. Like when that song, when it was in the music video for Search Party, I had no idea that it was going to be part of a new All American Rejects song. I literally thought it was like a pause menu. But so that was cool. I think it's interesting that we heard Sandbox live before it was released. We heard Search Party live before it was released. I'm not sure about. Well, I know Easy Come Easy Go came out before, as like a Tyson Ritter and Scotty song, but I of Sandbox, Search Party, and this new one now, Eggshell. It's interesting that we didn't get this one live before, just because that's kind of it felt like that was like the kind of the direction they were going. Like we were hearing these songs live before they were dropping, so we have this version now, and I think that's part of the reason why I was liking the live version better than like the studio version at first of the other songs, just because I was hearing the live version first and I had like an idea of what it sounded like, and then the studio comes out and it sounds different. So that's been pretty cool. I'd love to hear Eggshell Tap Dancer live. I wonder if they'll break it out on the Joe Bros tour.
Yeah.
And I was listening. There's the part at the end where you can kind of hear Tyson talking, and
Yeah,
as
that's
like the
trippy.
song is fading, it is trippy. It gives me Drown Next to Me vibes.
Yeah, kind of
Sort of
brings you
the
to
end
your
of
mind
Drown
too.
Next to Me. Yeah, I've been trying to hear what he's saying, but I can't make it out yet. So
Maybe it connects to
wondering
another
if
song.
that would also be very interesting. Another could be another foreshadowing, but just like I do with Drown Next to Me, I've been trying to listen to the end to see what he's saying, but I still can't. So maybe by the next time we record, I'll have that figured out.
But I found the part. So in the, I guess it's the second verse. He says, "I always wondered what it is about the tops of the trees swaying in the breeze, showing off poison." And then someone says, like, it sounds like they're saying, "Wait," and it sounds like it's
Yeah,
Nick to
I
me.
wonder if you're right. I'm gonna have to listen back to that and see if I do know exactly what you're talking about, and I do think you may be right now
Let
that
me
I
see if
think
I can
about it.
play it on the mic and you listen, okay?
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh, I missed it, I think.
I'm not hearing it. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Let's see.
That part.
Yeah, you might be right, man.
I don't know.
We're gonna have to figure it out.
Interesting though. Maybe we can have some comments if you guys have stuck around this long. But yeah, I'm
Yeah.
I'm with you. I like the song. It's an interesting mix, and I do like how there is a very like a connection between some of the songs, at least so far. It seems like.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
this would be the last song. This would be track 4, and then this would be A side. So this would be the last song on the vinyl. I don't think they actually have plans of releasing a CD, sadly.
Dang, I would buy one in case they're thinking about it. I'm trying to see if I can make another one of their record signings. They've got, I think, one more show in my area with the Joe Bros tour in Connecticut, which is kind of farish for me. I think there might be one in New Jersey too, but even if I don't go to like the show, like I'm gonna try to go to the record signing because I'd love to have the vinyl, and I'd love to get it signed too. I would just need a record player.
Yeah, I'm in the
So
same boat. Yeah, I'd love to get it, and I'd have to get a record player though.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, it sounds like there could be some more reject songs coming. I don't know if soon, but as of November 2nd, when we're recording now, like we had like a little snippet of one in one of their posts that said something about like a wish list, which sounds awesome. So maybe we've got some new songs coming soon too. But I I say this every time. It is such an awesome time to be a fan of the All American Rejects. We've got all this like foreshadowing new songs, all these like we're getting like respect for old songs on set lists like Some Days Gone, Fast and Slow. I think Fast and Slow fits awesome on the Joe Bros tour.
True.
Picture like I can picture like Joe Bros fans like picking up that song and like
Yes.
adding it to their like their playlist. So it's really cool to see that. I'm hoping if I do catch a show on the Joe Bros tour that I'm lucky enough for it to be one of the ones where they play Some Days Gone because looks like the set list now covers mostly the hits, and then they throw in like Easy Come, Easy Go, Search Party, Sweat, and
But
then
they
there's like
haven't
the
been
one
playing it Instant Night actually.
True, which is interesting. And it looks like they're throwing one like alternating song, and they rotate between Some Days Gone, Falling Apart, Fast and Slow, and I guess
Yeah,
like
like
one more
one more
sad
sad song,
song.
I think. Yeah. They haven't been playing
Yeah.
Stab My Back in forever.
Yeah, which was just like a staple in setlist, so
Soul
that's
was falling
interesting.
apart, and it finally kind of came back too. So it's interesting.
Yeah,
I do like that they're switching it up. Obviously, with like a 30-minute set they can only play, or 35-minute set, or sorry, it's like
right.
an hour actually. I think, but yeah, hour set. That's about all they can really play. 9 songs, I think, is what they've been doing.
Yeah, so it's an awesome time to be a fan, to be a member of the AA Army, and I guess before we wrap, should we get some maybe a quick blind rank or
Yeah, let's do a quick blind rank. I'll roll them first, and you can go, and then, or do you want to do blind rank or head to head first?
I'm down to start with a blind rank. We each do one, and then maybe we collab on one.
Yep, we'll do that. Do you want to do blind rank 5 or 10?
Let's do 10, and I'll try to speed run it.
Okay. First song, Affection.
Ooh, that's tough. I'll go with 3.
3, Affection. Okay. This thing like rolls actually. Second one is Real World.
Real world, okay. I'll put it's not my favorite as we talked about earlier. I'll put Real World at 8.
8, okay. Next one is Eggshell Tap Dancer.
Oof, I'm biased because it just came out. Am I ready to put it in the top 2 though?
Stuff.
No, I'll go with 4. I think I like the spot 4 for Eggshell Tap Dancer.
That's fair. Okay, the next one is It Ends Tonight.
Okay, I like It Ends Tonight, but I wouldn't say it's in my top 5 all time. I have a new appreciation for it, but I would still think I would probably put It Ends Tonight like 7.
Okay. Next one is 11:11.
Honestly, I like the demo more than the actual one, but I don't really listen to 11:11 too much, so I guess I'll put it at 10, honestly.
Okay.
No hate for the song. Maybe I could put it at 11, honestly. I'll put it at 10. I'll put it at 10.
Okay, I was gonna say I was just like based on the songs that you're getting. I figured it'd be
Yeah.
10, but the next one is Can't Take It.
Put it at 9.
Move Along.
Oof. Okay, so right now I have available
You
1,
have
2,
1, 2, 5, 6, and 8.
and no, I put Real World at
Oh
8,
yeah,
no?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I have 1, 2, 5, and 6. Move Along. I loved this song when I was a kid. I feel like it makes sense to put it 1 or 2 because I feel like everyone would hate me if I put it at 5 or 6. But it is my ranking, so I'll no, because you know what? I don't know what's gonna come out. I'll put it at 2.
Okay. Move Along at 2. The next one is I Wanna.
Okay, I'm happy that I put Move On at 2 now. I'll put I Wanna at 6.
Okay, and then you have 2 more, correct? You have
Yep, 1 and
1 and 5.
5.
Okay, the next
Yeah.
song is Sandbox.
Oh, when it came out, I would have put it at 1, honestly.
The problem is
I
I can already
I
see the
can't put
next songs.
it. I'm gonna put Sandbox at 5 and hope that I get a banger for number 1.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you because it's automatically number 1. Do you like a song? What's your favorite song that was not on an album by the All American Rejects?
Oh man. That was okay. That's a good question. I would say either like "There's a Place," which if that's number 1, I'd be totally fine with that. I'd say like maybe a close second would be like "Send Her to Heaven."
Okay, it's Me versus the World.
Oh my god.
That's a wild top 10.
I d- I don't I don't hate Me vs. World, but I
Yeah.
don't listen to it often. But I will have to put it at 1.
All right, I guess I can send you the list, the site if you want to roll it with that for me.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be great. I would if I could, I would have switched affection. I would put affection at number 1 based on what I just got.
Yeah, fair.
And then
On that site, I just went ahead and clicked go like 10 times
okay,
because it was so slow. It
gotcha.
would like
All
literally
right.
roll them.
All right, so this is your ranking. Let's
Yep.
go. Ready? We've got Move Along.
Okay, that's for the first one. But I like Move Along. I do have an appreciation for it. I'm gonna put it at number 4.
Okay, I'm gonna write these down.
You can write them down too, but it doesn't matter. But yeah.
Okay, okay. Then okay, so you got Move Along at 4.
Yep.
Okay, this is funny that we just talked about it. Another Heart Calls.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm gonna put it at 8. I know that's controversial, probably,
O-
but
Okay,
there's better songs. Great
I
song.
don't hate that. I probably would have put it somewhere down there too. Ooh, the last song.
Oh, that's tough. I'm gonna do something controversial. This song could easily be number 1 or 2. I'm gonna go number 3 just so I can actually make like a deep cut list.
Nice. Okay, we've got the last song at 3, Move Along at 4, and Another Heart Calls at 8.
Yep.
The next song is Affection.
Oh, Affection. So I'm gonna say controversial. Love the song, but I don't actually listen to that often just because it's kind of like the vibe of it. I'm gonna go 6.
Mm-hmm. Affection. Okay. Affection at 6. Next up is Swing Swing.
Ooh, I hate that. I'm gonna go 2. I mean, it's not better than, in my opinion, Move Along or the last song, but it's also not worse than. I guess I could have put it at 5, but I already put it at 2.
All right. So you've got 1 available. You have 1, 5, 7, 9, and 10. At 2, you have Swing Swing. 4, the last song. Oh, sorry. 3, the last song. 4, Move Along. 6, Affection. 8, Another Heart Calls. Pretty good list so far.
Decent.
Another song we talked about today, Back to Me.
Ooh, I'm gonna just lock it in at 1. Great song.
Nice. Great shout. Great shout. I would agree with that. I wish I got that one on my list. So this might throw you off a little, and I'd be curious to know where you put this. You have got 5, 7, 9, and 10 left, and the next song that came out is Easy Come, Easy Go.
Oh, I'm gonna go number 5.
Nice.
I like
Would
this
you
song.
have said that would have been your? Yeah, I love it. Would you have put that like higher up if you could?
Yeah, I would put it ahead of probably based on like my current taste. I probably would have still put it ahead of the 3, other than Back to Me, like Swing Swing, last song.
Nice. Next, we have the one that ruined my list, Me versus the World.
I'm just gonna have to say 10.
Okay,
And I have
fair is fair.
7 and 9.
7 and 9. Oh, I love this one. I'd be pissed off if I only had 7 and 9 left, and this one came. That's me though. We've got Out the Door.
Oh, I like that song. I'm gonna go 7, and then the last
7,
one was 8.
and the last song, which you have to put at 9, is Kids in the Street.
Oh, I would have probably had that higher for sure.
Yeah,
I probably would have flipped that with
this
like
is
Move Along
nice.
and Swing
Yeah,
Swing with
we got
something else.
Back to Me, Swing Swing, the last song, Move Along, Easy Come Easy Go, Affection, Out the Door, Another Heart Calls, Kids in the Street, and Me versus the World. These are like great songs. Like I'd
Yeah.
say like I still listen to Back to Me, the last song, Easy Come, Affection, Out the Door, Kids in the Street. Like I bump these pretty regularly. Some of them.
Yeah, I would have probably had my like some of the kids and street songs higher, and then the Move Along songs, or at least Swing Swing and
Mhm.
Move Along back further. The last song's obviously
Yeah,
certified.
great list. Great list. Should we collab on one real quick?
Yeah, well, let's collab on one. We'll collab and kind of try to agree like we did last time. I guess I can roll.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I
All right,
could write them down.
first song is Eggshell Tap Dancer.
I'll let you start.
The problem is I'm very like safe with going on the first one. I would always go like 5 on the first one, but I don't want to like rig it. So if you want to go higher or lower, just let me
I'm
know.
cool with that. I'm actually cool with that
Okay, we'll do 5.
for Eggshell. Okay, got it.
Sunshine.
Ooh. It is a good song, but I wouldn't put it in the top 5. I'd probably put Sunshine at like 8, if that's cool with you.
Yeah, that's actually what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Okay, we got Mona Lisa.
Oof.
It's for me that's like probably in 5 territory too, but I don't know. Do you push it up or do you push it down? What would you do?
I
I like the song.
I like the song too. I would lean towards higher than 5, around that area, I don't know if I'd, but it's your pick, and I wouldn't mind seeing it in like a between like a 4 to 6
Yeah.
range. Like I would totally get that.
Let's give it 6.
I don't hate that.
I feel like we
Mona
agree with some
Lisa.
songs. The last song.
Okay, I feel like I have to put this in the top 4 based on the ones we're getting. I'm Are we thinking top 4 for the last
Oh
song?
yeah, for sure.
I would go 3.
3. Good call there. There might be 2 songs we get that we really like.
Yeah.
Too Far Gone. Oh, I don't know how you feel about Too Far Gone. I can't remember. I love it, but
You put it where you put it where you like it.
I'm gonna go with 7, just because I feel like it's more of like a 4, 5, 6. It
Yeah,
ends
I
tonight.
am totally cool with 2 for 7. It ends tonight, so we've got 1, 2, 4, 9, and 10 available, right?
Yep.
I like It Ends Tonight, but it's not a top 4 song for me. But like everyone's gonna be like, "How did you put it?" Like, I wouldn't put it at 9 or 10, but I also wouldn't put it at 1, 2, or 4.
Would be
I'd
4 that I
forget
would
how you.
play.
What's that?
I mean, 4 would be playing it safe. I think for sure.
Think so. Honestly, I'm gonna go the controversial route and play it at 9.
Okay.
Although I think I forget how you feel about that song.
I like that song.
Yeah, maybe I should have gone with 4, but I put it at 9. So
All right.
I
Well,
think it's.
we're gonna be more controversial. We got Dirty Little Secret.
Oh, this is yours. I know you love this song. I know
Yeah.
it's like so. That could definitely belong in the top 4.
Yeah. I'm gonna go number 2.
That's fair.
So we're gonna have 2 and 4.
We've got one. We
Or no, there's
so we have. You put it at 2
2,
just now,
4, and
no?
10.
So
Or yeah, 4. Sorry. Yeah. 1, 4,
we
and
have
10.
1, 1, 4, and 10. Okay.
Ooh. Heartbeat slowing down.
Based on the list we have, I would put Heartbeat Slowing Down at 1.
Okay.
I don't know if that's controversial.
It is. Well, I don't. Well, for me, but I don't think it is actually. I think a lot of people like that song. Okay, 9 is Drive Away. I'm gonna go number 10,
Fair is fair,
and
and I
then
agree.
the last song is, which will be what position? 4.
4.
Walk Over
Yeah.
Me.
I don't know where I would have put Walk Over Me. I don't think if I came at the beginning, I'd put it at 4, though.
It's like a 6, 7,
Yeah.
but I don't know. We got like some
Do you hate Heartbeat Slowing Down at number 1?
in this list, yeah, but it's kind of how it rolled. I mean, the only other song I'd probably put ahead of it would be, I don't know. Personally, I'd put Too Far Gone ahead of it.
Interesting, yeah.
Or the
Okay,
last song.
maybe I
I
really.
think the last song's probably the best song on this list. All right, guys. Thanks for listening to this episode of Rejects Rewind. We'll hopefully see you soon, and maybe a new song is coming out this month based on those teasers we heard, I hope.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. This was fun as always. Great to talk about When the World Comes Down. Definitely a very underrated Rejects album. Awesome to be able to talk about new songs too, which for the last over 10 years we couldn't really do that. So,
Yeah,
well, obviously we had like
here and
an
there.
EP, an EP here and there, a couple singles here and there, but the excitement is definitely there with this new album and all these tours and house parties. But I'll say I said it before. I'll say it again. It is the best time to be a fan of the All American Rejects. Well, maybe the early 2000s would have been nice, but it is also really, really awesome to be a Rejects fan right now.
It's one of the best times, and it's like
For,
I'm
for
glad we're
sure.
here and we're back.
We're back, baby, and definitely more episodes coming soon. I should be having a lot more free time on my hands, so my apologies to the AA Army, but we'll have some more episodes coming for you guys soon.
Heck yeah,
Hope you guys like this episode. Share it, like whatever, all that stuff.
all the
But
jazz.
my key takeaway and my parting words will be if the All American Rejects are ever listening, please show some love to Back to Me because I love that song.
Yep. Well, heck yeah, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for listening.